At this point yesterday morning, but there are a limited number of tickets still available on the MLB website now this morning. If those get bought, you can always buy tickets from secondary sites. This morning, we're learning the Twins will send Joe Ryan to the mound for his first career postseason start. The Twins and fans are hoping for a regroup today.
We put this one behind us and move on.
I want my kids, my grandkids to enjoy the fun that I had when I was a young guy watching these guys play ball.
Yeah, and looking ahead, if the Twins find a way to reach the AL Championship Series, Game 1 against the Rangers would be here at Target Field on Sunday. We're told that time is still TBD. Guys.
Yeah, let's hope that we get there. We got to get through today first. We got to get that win, and then we can focus on the future. Cece Gaines reporting live for us. Thank you so much.
We will be watching for sure. For all things Twins, including the full ALDS schedule, you can text the word Twins to the number on your screen. That's 763-797-7215. We'll text you a link right back to your cell phone. And be sure to tune in to KARE 11 tonight for live coverage from Target Field. The crew is going to be out there. It's going to be a blast. That's going to start at 4 o'clock. All right, 6:04 now, turning now to the war between Israel and Hamas.
Yeah, we just learned the number of people who have died has now grown to more than 2,100. Take a look. This is a brand new video into the newsroom this morning of the airstrikes in Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces say their bombs have destroyed Hamas's advanced detection system. We're also getting a live picture from Gaza this morning where 260,000 people have now been displaced. Let's check in with NBC's Rafe Sanchez, who's on the ground in Israel right now.
Where we are in Ashkelon, there has been a relentless barrage of rockets over the last couple of hours. It is quiet now. We spoke to a young woman earlier in Gaza, a mother of a 2-year-old baby girl who has been forced to evacuate her home in the face of these Israeli airstrikes. I asked her, what do you tell your daughter about these bombs going off? She says she tries to tell her daughter, Sophia, that it's just a big car and there's nothing to be afraid of. But she says even this 2-year-old girl knows the sounds of a bomb, a 2-year-old who has already lived through several rounds of fighting. And that is a story you hear over and over again in different forms among the 2 million Palestinians in Gaza who are now caught in the crossfire of this horrific war. Back to you.
In the last 15 hours, President Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. President Biden is confirming Americans among the Hamas hostages and now is pledging to do everything possible to bring them home. During his national address yesterday, the president made it clear where America's support lies.
This was an act of sheer evil. More than 1,000 civilians slaughtered, not just killed, slaughtered in Israel. And let there be no doubt, the United States has Israel's back.
According to an Israeli readout, Netanyahu told Biden the Jewish people have not seen a horror like this since the Holocaust.
You're looking at a live picture right now from Capitol Hill as calls for more aid to Israel grow even louder. In about 3 hours, House Republicans are expected to vote behind closed doors on a new Speaker of the House. They'll likely decide between Ohio Representative Jim Jordan or House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. It's unclear if either candidate has enough support to get elected. Democrats are backing House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. However, their nomination is mostly symbolic since they don't have the votes for majority control of the chamber.
Well, back here at home this morning, freshman state representative Breon Curran is facing 2 counts of DWI. We got a hold of the criminal complaint. It says law enforcement responded to reports of an erratic driver on I-35 near North Branch early Monday. They allegedly found Curran in a damaged SUV on the shoulder with a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit. Curran is the 3rd state representative arrested this year on suspicion of drunk driving. The first of 45 Minneapolis alleged gang members arrested earlier this year is waking up in prison. In the last 24 hours, a judge sentenced Dion Williams to just shy of 6 years in prison. He pleaded guilty to felony possession of a firearm. His lawyer told us in June that his plea agreement didn't include his alleged gang involvement, and he hasn't agreed to testify against other gang members.
Union workers at Hormel will start their final day of voting on whether to approve a new contract in a few hours. The union and the company struck a tentative deal last Thursday, avoiding a strike. Members at the plant in Austin, Minnesota started voting on Monday. We reached out to the union in the last 24 hours, and they told us that they're waiting to announce the results as members finish voting at other plants in Iowa, Georgia, and Wisconsin. Results could come down before you go to bed tonight.